Prince Harry used World AIDS Day earlier this week to call for COVID vaccines to be shared across the world. The outspoken Duke of Sussex compared the COVID pandemic to the HIV/AIDS pandemic that ravaged the world, noting the political failure to tackle both pandemics. However, Talk Radio Royal correspondent Rupert Bell suggested that the COVID lecture from Harry was an easy bandwagon to jump on. Earlier this year, at the Global Citizen Live event in New York City, Harry and Meghan urged vaccine manufacturers to share their technology to help get the world vaccinated. He said that, while Diana was at the forefront of AIDS activism, Harry was getting an easy headline. He always jumps on the socially right bandwagon. Mr. Bell explained, Harry is comparing the situation now to what happened with AIDS. He has accused people of not doing enough to help those countries during the AIDS pandemic 40 years ago, and he is comparing like with like. The royal correspondent continued, he has had a pop at the pharmaceutical industry before, claiming they are just interested in sorting out the richer countries because they are the countries who can pay for the vaccines. He has done this before, and yes, it's a very worthy intention, but it's an easy headline for Harry to get. His mother Diana was in the forefront of helping the AIDS situation. But Harry always jumps on the socially right bandwagon. In the letter, addressed to the WHO Director General, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Harry wrote, "Vaccinating the world is a test of our moral character and we are experiencing a spectacular failure when it comes to global vaccine equity. Similar to the AIDS crisis, we've yet again revealed over the past year that the value of life depends on whether you were born in or live in a rich nation or a developing country. That means breaking pharma monopolies that prevent vaccines from getting to communities around the world in need. That means governments honoring their promises and delivering the doses that they committed." He continued, "That means pursuing international pandemic agreements with strict timelines and holding each other accountable to them. That means treating all human lives as equal lives." Harry has followed his late mother's influence in the fight against AIDS and its public stigma, even taking HIV tests live on camera. On World AIDS Day this week, Harry spoke movingly about Princess Diana, saying she would be deeply grateful to the scientific community for their work in combating AIDS. In the other hand, royal commentator Gwen Flamberg insisted the Duke and Duchess of Sussex should visit as the Queen is not getting any younger. Concern for the health of the Queen has been heightened in recent weeks after she pulled out of a number of major engagements, spent a night in hospital, and was ordered to rest by royal doctors. Ms. Flamberg said, "I wish that they would go for Christmas. The Queen's Christmas brunch is always a very big deal. I'm not quite sure if it will go off as it did before the pandemic because the pandemic is still going on. But let's just say, she's not getting any younger and I would hope they would spend ample time together." It comes as royal expert Jonathan Sacerdoti has said it would be a great opportunity for some family healing. Mr. Sacerdoti said, "I imagine that the Queen would like to have them there. I can see why it's very difficult for them to be able to come back for Christmas, but also it could be a great opportunity for some bridge building and for some family healing, and I think that they would probably want that and the rest of the family would probably want that. The problem is there would be masses of speculation and gossip surrounding it, and that's not something of them should want, and that might be they don't manage to do it. But we'll have to wait and see. The Queen hasn't met Lilibet and it would be a good opportunity for that. Especially as we're looking at the Queen now with her recent health issues and at such an advanced age. I know that there have been reports that Harry was sad he hadn't got to see Prince Philip more in the final period in his life. I think anyone with older relatives is aware Christmas is a good time to make the time to be together even when you have a busy schedule.